up to the sunrise, let the day begin. Johnny and Mark are here, let the laughter in. With every sip of coffee, feel the warmth inside. Conversations and humor take you for a ride. Your morning boost, Johnny and Mark. A perfect blend of laughter, igniting the spark, inspiration and insight. Join the journey, let them light your way. It's a brew of connection, a world to explore, a network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two. A morning tradition just waiting for you. As the day unfolds, carry what you've heard. Inspire and inform with every single word. Johnny and Mark beside you as you start a new day. The morning show that lifts you through and through. A network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two. A morning tradition just waiting for you.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
See the special man.
You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun roots, Johnny understands.
Johnny understands.
Let him have it with no problem, see the special man. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
Hello, good morning, and welcome on this Tuesday morning. How's everybody doing this morning? And it's currently 18 degrees here in Massachusetts, and we're supposed to get a little bit of snow, then rain, then sleet, then freezing, and then on the weekend we're gonna be in the 40s, then up to the 60s on the weekend. I'm getting excited just for being that high in temperatures. How are you doing today, Mr. J? I hear that. We get excited when we get into the 30s and 40s lately. First in the chat is Regina. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing today, Scott? Well, always bear in mind that your own resolutions to succeed in more important than are of any other one thing. I like that. And Angela, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. And Ashley, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Ryan, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how's that weather in Louisiana, in your neck of the woods? Because right below that is Glenn, also from Louisiana. Hello, good morning, and welcome, Glenn. And how's the weather in your area? Good to see y'all. Welcome. Representing Louisiana in the house. And Tina, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you, and welcome. Miss Denise, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Yes, she said, I'm feeling better every day. Awesome. That is great news. Let's see. Did I miss Jennifer? Not yet. I didn't get to her yet. All right, here we go. I thought for a minute I missed her there. Little Debbie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. How's mom doing? There's Jennifer. Yep. Today is our rapid fire round showcasing our members of the channel. Remember, today it starts at 12:30. Our first member of the channel starts on at 12:45, and every 30 minutes there's a different reseller. but they're all members of the channel. So remember, you do not have to be a member to be in the chat. You do not have to be a member to purchase. You only need to be a member to be on the panel. And I do not make this members only. So anybody can come on in. All are welcome. Nice weather today. Awesome, Ryan. Yeah, he's North Louisiana and Swamp Pickers south in the mid south Louisiana. And I used to be south. Michael. Yes. Good morning and hello and welcome, Michael. How are you doing? Yes. I bet it's nice too. Beautiful weather, I bet, huh? All right, so I just want to make a couple of announcements real quick. Today, of course, we do have our members only. We do that on the first Tuesday of each month. I am currently booked till June. If you would like to be on the June one, let me know. I know it's a little early, but I'm already booked until then. So I do have spots available for June. So email me and let me know. For the Hump Day auction tomorrow, we do have Miss Marion. We also have Terry Uniques by the Creek and Randy Moon Valley Craft is on the mark with our co-host, which is also Regina and Miss Josie. And of course, Miss Denise will be out until further notice. Also, if you would like to be a guest on the Hump Day auction, please reach out to me because I only have one date left in July, and that is July 29th with one spot left. So if you would like to be a Hump Day auction guest, let me know and email me at cajunrootsreseller@gmail.com and let me know. Uh, I can hear you loud and clear. Johnny, I will be back on April 1st on the Hump Day auction. What? Let me make sure then. April 1st. Is that an April Fool's joke? Because I have you out till the 4th? No. Oh, wait. I do have you back on the 1st. Oh, yes, I do. Yep. I got you back on the 1st, Ms. Denise. I remember that was the date you told me when we talked. But yeah, I got you. Got you back on the 1st. I'm looking forward to it. I can't hear or see. Okay, let's do this real quick. Now, what about now? I can hear and see you. You're not muted. Jay, is he at work or having internet trouble? No, he's here. I hear him. Paul, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Y'all don't see him? I see him right here on the screen. That's weird. Yeah, he's sitting right next to me right here on the screen. I see him. Maybe so. Yeah, everybody's saying they can't see or hear you. And you're sitting right, I see you right here on my screen. Go ahead and go out and make sure you go out and come back in. Are you using the link? Yeah, you must be because that's how you got in. Angie, hello, good morning and welcome. Yeah, do that. Go out and come back in and see if they see you. Because I see and hear you. No problem. Unless everybody thinks I'm talking to myself. Yeah, we can't. We can't hear or see him. Uh-oh. That's interesting. Don't hear Jay, but did y'all see him? Yeah, no joke. Okay. Yeah, he's been sitting there the whole time next to me. All right, let's try this now. He's back. Let's see. Here's Jay. I'm gonna put him full screen. Do y'all see him now?
Oh my God, that's a little too much me.
I sent you what we see on Facebook. Okay. Yeah, he left and came back. Do y'all see him now?
There we go. Okay. Phew.
No. Jennifer said
That's
no.
a relief.
How about now? Can you see him now?
Oh my God. Nobody needs to see my skin that close. Except maybe my dermatologist. That's about it. Even
That
he's
was
going,
weird
oh
'cause
no, not that close.
I saw you next to me and talked to you the whole time with no problem. No face, no voice.
You get that
No
close.
see, no hear.
You get that close. It's like that scene in Tootsie where, Dustin Hoffman's up on as Dorothy Michaels, and He says, "Can you pull back a little?" And she says, "How do you feel about Cleveland?"
And Ryan, thank you so much for being a member for 36 months. Thank you so much. And yes, please hit the thumbs up. I sent you what I see. All right, let me go check it out. Which is interesting because him and I were both talking.
Well, at
Facebook
least they can see. At least they can see me and hear me now. Like a
message.
bad Verizon commercial. Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
right. Jennifer, here we go.
Hi, baby girl vibes. Hope your class went well yesterday. Hope you got yourself some learning.
Oh, you know what's interesting? You were there, but you weren't there.
Okay.
Jennifer sent me the picture. I'll leave it up and show you after the show. It's just a blank screen with a gray circle on it, and you were there, but you weren't there.
Oh.
That was weird.
Some people will say that's an improvement.
Yes, indeed. Baby girl vibes. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Yes, we do. Yes, we see you. Yes, we finally got it all together. That was strange.
Well, much
Yeah.
love and good morning to everybody. I did say hi to everyone, but you'll have to take my word for that.
He did. Let's see. Edna, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Amy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Amy, I did reply to your message. I hope you got it. Also, to let everybody know, thank you for coming in and letting me, that just reminded me. For April 25th, for the Reseller Community Shop Hop Train Sale, I only have 2 spots left for April. If you would like
Woohoo!
to be on that one, let me know. I got the lineup with 2 more spots left. Good to see y'all. Welcome, by the way. Ryan says, thank you for acknowledging. And that's one thing, Ryan, about me. If I feel like I missed you, I'm going to search for you. Thank you, Johnny, for acknowledgement. I made a guest appearance all day at Monroe Civic Center. What? That's Saturday here in Louisiana. Over
That's really good
600
attendance.
people.
That's really good
Wow.
attendance actually for a card show.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing really well with that too, because he's got a brick and mortar store that he's been doing. And every now and then I'll catch him live there. Just getting out of bed. Will you get your first coffee before you read your email?
Hear you there with the coffee girl.
I understand because I'm on my third one of these big ones, and that's a
Oh my
32 hour,
God,
38 hour,
your
no,
kidneys are gonna
28.
hate you in a little while.
Not at all. I usually no more than 3. Depending on how it is, I might get a 4th one, but that's the most I do in a day. My auntie mama, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Yes, it went great and promoted. Oh,
Hi,
by the
Auntie.
way, I have a correction. Yesterday, I made a comment about the red moon solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse. It was today, not yesterday. However, if you would like to see it, because I did not get to see it here in my area, I looked for it. I couldn't see it because we have too many trees here and I couldn't see it. But if you would like to see it, here is the link for you to check it out later for the full live of when it happened. It's called the
I,
lunar
I,
blue
I,
red moon.
Johnny, I picture you standing out in your yard, looking up at the dark sky, going, "Well, I guess the eclipse must be going on. There's no moon, and like the moon's behind you." Like,
And I looked all the way around. I just couldn't see the moon even before the eclipse happened. Because I was looking to see if I could see it first before it happened. Because it didn't happen here until 6:15.
we had a really orange moon. I was wondering. I was going to ask Ellen if it had come up the same way for her in Arizona. We had some sand in the air, and it was casting interesting glow around
If it
everything.
was around after 6:15, because it started happening here at 6:15 and on the way to y'all side, yeah. It could be, but there's the link if y'all want to check it out and watch it for later. Auntie Mom and I were watching it this morning, and that's how I got the link. But yeah, there was no moon around here for me to see because of the trees. Plus, I had a couple of grand. Awesome!
Nice.
Congratulations. And Chrissy and Stacy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are
Hi,
you
Christy
doing?
and Stacy. Yeah, that's good when you can go to a card show like that and make back your time in addition to your, you know, in addition to your. Plus, that's hopefully a lot more people that also check out your brick and mortar.
And the link is part of the Associated Press live coverage. So y'all can watch it. It does the whole scenario. Danielle, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. You have anything going on in your neck of the woods? How was your show last night? Or is that tonight?
Shows
Tonight.
tonight.
Yep,
Yep.
tonight.
Our shows tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Myself and author Linda K. Hardy are going to be talking about those things that annoy us for me as a publisher, for her as an author, but how you get around that and how we become better publishers and better authors as a result.
Hello, Daniel. Welcome. Yeah, a lot of people couldn't see because of the clouds. We had clear skies here, but I just couldn't see because it wasn't in my view to see. Yeah, I was looking for it. Robert drove to work where he was yesterday. He watched to make sure he can see it on the way to work. And yeah, so he was able to see it on his way to work this morning. All right. So again, we do our daily Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Don't forget this Friday is our Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It? And thank you, Paul. I already got your items starred. I will not forget this Friday because I make sure of it. If you have any items that sold and you would like to share for the Friday show, Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It? Which is a game we play every weekend on Fridays before you go out sourcing over the weekend. Make sure you email me with the link to the item that sold from the platform it sold on. And also please include how much you paid for it, where did you buy it? If you took an offer, what was that offer for? And if you know how long it took to sell. And make sure it's in my inbox of my email at CajunRootsReseller@gmail.com before 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday morning. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into our topic of the day. So without further ado, let's get into it. And before we get into our topic, there's Jay's live link for tonight's show. Check it out, set your reminder. All right, so today's topic is it's never too late to learn how to find the light at things you are going through and learn how to laugh at the things that are going wrong. You can also win at life no matter how hard things are going. If you learn how to laugh at them and at yourself, you will be a significantly happier person. Life is too short. Be as happy as you can, no matter what others might say about you being happy. Your thoughts on today's topic, Jay?
This one has been a tough one for me in my life because um, uh, I am an unaliving survivor. I did reach a point in my life where I was unable to see any of that brightness anymore, um, and didn't really want to be in the world. And it has taken a lot for me to learn how to see the upside of things that go wrong, but the importance of finding that positive spark that comes out of it. Hey, maybe this didn't work out, but what's the one takeaway that you could take from it? You know what to never do again, or you know what you need to change to make sure that sort of thing doesn't happen again. And then it's kind of like a therapist explained to me that's kind of like building a campfire, that one little piece that you take out of that, um, is that glowing ember that you keep blowing on to keep building that fire back up, so that tiny little spark of happiness or joy that you got out of whatever went wrong, you find the way to blow on that ember, and it keeps increasing with every success and every piece of joy that comes after that. And that makes it easier every time something like that happens. I mean, we've seen a lot just in the last few months here on our channel with our members all going through, sometimes some really terrible stuff. But, the one glowing ember from all that is the support that everybody in our community gives each other. So it's that knowledge that even if right now you're not feeling it, you should at least have that spark to hold on to, that there's other people out there that have your back and your can help you get that joy back.
Even though we may be going through a lot of trials and tribulation, I look at it as, for me, this is my point of view of what I go through. I don't know why. It's just something that I do. Something could be going wrong at one moment, and I'm just busting out a joke or doing something silly just to make that person, if I'm around somebody, just to bust out and laugh. And to me, it makes me feel much better, not only about myself, but about the situation. And we all do go through things. But I find that if we can take something and make a funny joke about it or laugh about it, I feel that laughter is a good medicine, because it does help me get through things that I typically would just not worry about it, but I would laugh about it. But a lot of
It's
times we look back at some of the things that we've done in the past and we start laughing about some of those. So why don't not do it in the moment of things that you're going through at this time?
it takes the sting out of it. The being able to laugh at. I realize some people have had some really bad falls in the snow and and that sort of thing. But there's a reason why there's all those YouTube compilations of people falling, and we all laugh at it, and we're not really laughing at the person. We're laughing at that situation because it's so relatable, that it's all happened to us before, and it gives you. I've learned from watching some of those compilations that now, if I fall on my butt, it's a lot easier for me to laugh about it, because I think, you know what, I'm just like another one. I'm just like one of those people in those compilation videos. I'm on my butt. My groceries are everywhere, but damn, it's funny. If somebody had a video camera right now, I'd be the star of YouTube.
I was laughing at myself the other day, last week, because I was mentioning this last week on how we had all that snow and I had to clear off my car. And I went to go around the passenger side from the backside because that's the only way I can get to my car. There was so much freaking snow that I went to clear off the side so I can get to the side of the car, and I fell into the snow, and I'm looking around and laughing because I hope nobody sees me. I hope nobody has a camera on me. And it's just something you have to do, because it's like all this time I've never did it before, never fell in the snow, but then I did it. Thank God it was nice and soft, like an air pillow. Lord Jesus, I got a warehouse just trying to get the car clean so I can go to the two errands.
Al from Al's Full Metal Full Shelf. She was telling a story the other day in her auction about that she's a little unsteady on her feet and she has to be careful, and how she took a tumble going around a side of her car that she doesn't normally go around, going after the dog. But I mean, if there's one thing about Al, she finds the humor and the lightness in so much. She was laughing so hard telling the story, and it's like, it was one of those things, which is a perfect example. It's like this unfortunate situation, but man, you could see clearly she had found the humor in and it didn't ruin her day, for it having happened. That's one of the things I think.
I love
That's one of the things I think people allow stuff like a simple something to ruin their entire day, like one small bad thing. Whereas if you could have laughed at it a little, you know, you choose how to react to that. You choose whether or not you're going to allow something to ruin your entire day that may be so small and insignificant. And that's a mental thing people've got to take ownership of.
And it's a significant better way to do it by just laughing at yourself, because sometimes that's all it takes. So that way you don't feel angry or depressed about it. Jennifer just dropped the link also for Ellen's Today's Therapy. There's the link for Al's channel. How's Victoria been since her mom? Wait, how she has been since I haven't seen her in a while. Is her mom okay? Because I know she's been dealing with her mom being in the hospital. Hopefully Victoria's mom's okay. But yeah, the biggest thing is, though, a lot of times we don't think about laughing, but we laugh at it down the road, like after you think about what was going on or what happened. But I find, for me, even when I like go to the post office and the lady behind the desk, her name is Maria. You can tell she's having a bad day or she's been very busy, and I just come out and crack jokes or say something really funny, and it busts out a laugh, and she says, "Well, I really needed that. Thank you," because you just never know what somebody's going through. But again, and for yourself, it makes it much better if you laugh about it. Lynn, she has just started some recipe groups. I saw that. She sent me an invite for that too on Facebook.
Okay, free samples from the recipe group, or it didn't happen.
I don't know because I know she changed her channel name to a cooking channel. But I know she's been taking care of her mom, and I know she has not been with Ella on her auction. So I don't know what's going on. I just know she has not been on. She sent me one too. Yeah, she's been doing taking care of her mom. But she was in the hospital, so I don't know what's going on. I haven't heard anything from her yet.
And little Debbie, I hope your mom's doing okay. I know she was having a rough couple days there, so I hope she's doing okay too.
Yeah, I didn't see her comment again lately. I think she said she was going to be taking care of her mom already. She was going to check on her mom. But yeah. So what are your thoughts in the chat about it? Do you laugh at things that happen, or do you just go with the flow?
Everybody's so quiet today.
Yeah, no. Does anybody have anything special going on that you would like to share? Her mom's doing fine. Okay. Ella, any updates you can share with us? She comes in and she leaves. I love it when I'm in her chat and everybody's telling me hello and she doesn't see me until later. Every day there's something that I do. I just crack my butt up. You know what? It's so funny you saying that. Here I am watching a couple of things in the morning, like when I'm waking up, trying to wake up, and I'm drinking my first cup of coffee. And I always watch some of these videos that says the title is "Try Not to Laugh."
Yeah.
And I watch some of those videos like, okay, I ain't got to worry about trying because there ain't nothing to laugh at, you know? See, I got you laughing. But it just doesn't do it for me because it's like, that's supposed to be funny, you know? So, yeah, there's just certain things that just don't make me laugh. You got to go with the flow. You have to. A lot of times we don't think about it, and then we think about what's going on in a bad way or a negative way. It's not going to get you nowhere. It's going to get you down a rabbit hole. But for me, I make everything funny. I make everything I laugh at because, again, it may be something that might be going wrong, but I always find the right and positive way to think about it. I try
It,
to.
and you made a comment just now that it's a slippery slope. If you react badly to one thing, anything else that happens in like short succession of that gets treated really, that's that rabbit hole you're going down. You've lost your ability to laugh at any of it, and lost your ability to handle any of it as it comes along.
As per Roger Rabbit, a laugh is a powerful thing. Yes, it is. Sometimes in life, it is the only weapon we have. That is so true. Lori, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? I was thinking about you the other day. I was going through some old photos of some meetups when we made that meetup with you and Carol and Lori, the other Lori, um, that we did our meetup with. I was thinking about you the other day, and I saw you in Ella's chat yesterday. So good to see you. Welcome. And
Regina,
Susan,
Regina, Roger Rabbit may have taught us that laughing has power, but Monsters Inc. taught us screaming has even more power.
you know that's funny you say that because there's several times I go outside and I scream because nobody can hear me around here, but I do. I always go out. Sometimes I just you need to. You just
Well,
got to.
that's good. If a serial killer is chasing you out where you live, nobody's going to hear you screaming. That's good to know.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Glenn. And I say
Hi,
that, but my
Swampy.
neighbors are not close. But yeah, I'm sure they would hear me if they were home. But again, that's just me saying that's what I do every now and then. I do go out there and just scream. And then yeah, it makes you feel better. Nope, because laughter fueled that. That's right. It's true. Yeah, it's true. But again, you do get. I find it makes for a better person when you're laughing at things to get through whatever it is you're going through. I understand sometimes it may seem like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but always when you're going through a tunnel, as long as there's no problems through that tunnel, you're going to get to the other side. And when you do, that bright light hits you, right? Same thing with any situation that we go through, for any problem we were facing. There's always a light at the end of that tunnel. There's always going to be something that's going to make it better when you get through it. Always. I promise. And again, I know a lot of us, and I'm good for that too sometimes, where I just get to where I get into this negative mode and angry. but I always seem to find a way to laugh about it. Always. It's just the way I do it, the way I do things. I just laugh and move along with it. And you have to. It makes you feel so much better. But again, I try not to be in any kind of negative situation and to bring me down. The day's too short. Well, 24 hours, but yeah, the life is too short for us to even worry about it. All right, Ellen says, my mother was famous for saying, I saw the light at the other end of the tunnel and it was another train.
Good morning, Joanne.
That is funny. If you need to scream, go ahead and then laugh. 'Cause yeah, exactly. You have to these days. And Joanne, how are you doing? Hello, good morning, and welcome. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, Jay, I'm going to go ahead and start dropping links. If you want to go ahead and keep an eye on the chat for me
Of course.
while I do that, because I got to cheat and copy and paste.
Yeah, Regina, I, I'm headfirst into mental instability that way. Screaming, then laughing, then screaming, then laughing, and the next thing I know, they're coming after me with those nice white coats that you get to wear backwards. Yeah, that's
Knock on wood, I've never had to wear one of them.
they're very fashionable. I've always wondered why they don't introduce colors into all of those.
Why does it have to be white?
It's so pure.
Yeah, right.
So, you folks doing anything to remind yourself about the time change coming up this weekend?
This
How many of
Sunday,
you? How many of you have still have devices that have to be manually updated, like stove clocks or microwave clocks? Um, I'm very fortunate. Most of my tech all takes care of it, but my Keurig and my stove and my microwave are forever out of sync.
I got 5 total. I was counting because it's all downstairs in the living room kitchen. Everywhere else in the house, it's an automatic change. Yeah, I
That's
have
true,
5.
Regina. That's true, Regina. You'll be warm and hugging yourself in a straitjacket. Yep.
It's true.
Ellen, I guess pink is calming, but all I can think about is my grandmother's bathroom was in that shade of pink that used to just make me absolutely nauseous. I Anytime I went to visit her, there was nothing common about that. I had to close my eyes when I went into that bathroom.
Wait, they use pink in jails for the calming effect. I thought
Yeah,
they
how,
used
you know how
orange.
you know how grandmothers at one point all had a pink bathroom, or they had that powder blue bathroom. Like every grandmother had one. There was something about that pink that just literally made me nauseous. Although I used to work with a director, a stage director, who claimed he was allergic to purple.
I wouldn't mind, and this is my opinion because I love purple. And I've seen a friend of mine in New Orleans, in her foyer when she first walked into her house, she had this beautiful purple sofa set. I told her, girl, if you want to get rid of it, I want it. She didn't say she never got rid of it. But I would not mind having that purple in one room in the living room. I would love it. Jay, the Pepto Bismol pink was supposed to be soothing, but
Oh yeah. Maybe for everybody else, but it's a good thing I was already in the bathroom.
and I
Oof.
always laugh at the new commercials that come up with the Pepto Bismol. Heartburn. I can't even sing it. It's just so funny. I laugh every time I see it. Maybe it's like the
I had to
Pepto
I had to go I had to go digging in YouTube yesterday. How many of you remember from the 80s a McDonald's commercial with a little girl having a piano recital, and in the recital she plays furry Elise, but she changes the words so that about how she can't wait to get out of there and go to McDonald's and have a cheeseburger, and she won't share her fries with her dumb brother. It like all of a sudden I woke up this morning and had that old commercial stuck in my head and had to go on YouTube to find it to play it. But
Yes, indeed.
I
I don't remember that
you
one.
never know what's going to bubble up from the old memory banks.
That's a good thing though, because then again, if you're just sitting there and you're having thoughts of things that are going wrong, that can change your day big time.
Oh yeah.
especially if you're not figuring out a way to make yourself happy or laugh. It does work. You never know. All right, I did drop the links for Jennifer's YouTube channel, her Etsy store, and buy her a milkshake, and also for y'all to come on up if you would like to. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. There is always a rainbow in the clouds. Sometimes we just have to wait to find it. Yes, right? And which is interesting because that's one of our topics on our list coming up. Yes, it is. Yep, it is. All right, we have a guest coming on up,
Woohoo!
and it's none other than Angela Isaac.
I'm so happy.
Good,
Hello, Lady
Hello,
Angela.
good morning, and
I love
welcome.
you
And
so
how are you
much.
doing?
good morning. How are you guys?
Our guys are good, and it looks like you're out of focus, but maybe not. I might be just.
Nope, she's crystal clear.
Yep, I see
I'm
it now.
gonna focus.
It was just at the bottom you were out of focus.
How is everyone this morning?
If you're on the screen, everybody's doing great.
Oh, I love you, Jay. I have a new show tonight with
Tell us.
Aaron Proctor and Uni Magic. We're starting a new Tuesday night sale.
Yeah, so Jennifer dropped the link to it. What is it about?
Yeah, it's called Imagine the Memories. And it's going to be the three of us. And every Tuesday night, we're going to rotate channels. So this week it's on Aaron's channel. And next week it's on Unimagic's channel. And I already had St. Patrick's Day scheduled. So that's my week. So, and we're just going to rotate every week. But we thought it would be fun. And we love Aaron. His little giggle is so infectious. So...
And the hat is awesome. I always call him Aaron the Ephemera Pimp Daddy.
There you go.
You know why he started that? He does a collection he'll add one a month. Or he may even add one a week, depends on what he finds. And he adds it to the hat. And in December, before Christmas, he actually auctions that hat off with the brooches on it.
That's
And
cool.
the first of the year he starts a new one.
Right. And he usually makes a donation to St. Jude's, usually.
Yeah, every year it's a
awesome.
donation from the money he raised.
Good morning, Blue Lori.
Good morning, Lori.
Lori,
Hi,
hello, good
Susie.
morning and welcome. And Susie, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you.
So Angie, what was the inspiration for the new show?
Well, we love Aaron, and he always has great ephemera. And I don't know if y'all know, but the last 6 months I've been collecting ephemera and selling it here and there. I love it. It's so cool. And I love history. I absolutely love history. If y'all don't know, and if you haven't been to my shows, I love to tell you guys about my glass. Because I love history. And anyone that wants to do away with history is crazy. Because it's just so interesting. You learn so much. And watching all these different resellers, you can see them get passionate about different things.
Yeah.
Because I love my glass. If y'all don't know, I love bells. I sell every kind of bell you can find. I love dolls. My favorite doll sitting here staring at me. Everybody says she's creepy. She's not. I promise she's not.
And unlike Denise's Magical Emporium, you like your dolls with the clothes on. So that's always a plus.
That's a plus.
Yes, it is. But I don't know. I just love history. That's what got me here. I just love vintage and, anything that can bring me closer to my grandma. We all usually love what our grandma had.
And speaking of ephemera, John, don't you do something Jay, you're doing something with postcards, stories that aren't you doing that
We
as a
are.
collector or something?
We are working on a series called the Postcard People, and what we're doing is we're collecting postcards where that are actually filled out that have some names on them, and we're searching the country for the people behind those stories. We're finding the families and the people that sent them, and digging a little deeper into what why was the postcard sent? What's the story behind some of the comments on them? We've had some really good success with hunting down some folks that are really happy to tell us about their families and what was going on at the time. And we're it's a little slow just because there's a lot of research and genealogy stuff that's got to happen to find the people. But it's coming along. We're hoping to be able to get the first book out this year.
That's
That's cool with
awesome.
genealogy. It always takes time. You're going to spend a lot of time trying to find something. That's how genealogy usually is.
My favorite item that I have purchased recently, I got from Aaron, and he had showed this picture. And this picture, I just love it. That is just the sweetest picture. But then with the picture came this that tells a little bit about the girls and about one in particularly, which was Lucy Schultz. And I'm assuming by the last name, it was probably the little white girl with the last name Schultz, but you don't know. And I can't wait to do history. I can't wait to do research on it, because this little picture, it just makes me smile.
Are they at the beach?
Yes, they're at the beach. Let me get it.
And that's so neat how they did that picture and then they did the close up.
Yes. Yes. But looking at this picture, it just makes me smile. So I can't wait to do the research on it. And then I'm going to hang it right here on my wall because, like I told Aaron, it just makes me smile every time I look at it. It's just
so cool.
You can hear it in your voice. You can see it in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great, because I think, I don't, so much of what happens in reselling is about nostalgia and about reconnecting to your past or finding that one piece of Angela and I were talking the other day. She had this gorgeous rose bowl, and I said to her, I don't know why that bowl is speaking to me. I don't know what it is about it, but there's something about it that is generating a response inside me. And she was like, yeah, that I feel the same way about the bowl. And it's like, it's that connection you feel to something you see, and you may not understand why at first, but the beauty of these auctions is finding things that do trigger that. I just picked up a post office box door from Al on her auction the other day, but there was something about it that just, reminded me of some post offices that I used to go to, and it's very similar to one that I had at my post office box at Florida State when I was there. And it's just like you're so drawn to those historical things that are so unique. You can still feel the history in them, and I that's the beauty of what all of you do. You guys restore memories to people.
Right.
And part of it was when Al sold that door to him, she was so excited about this door.
Excited. Yeah.
She just got you excited about this little metal door. I mean, so when you have a connection to something, the audience can see it. And they feed into that excitement, and you feed into their excitement. It's just awesome. It's just an awesome feeling.
It is, because it's contagious.
It's why it's fun to watch you and Uni talk about glass. I've learned so much from watching you guys talk about, because it could just, there's some people that just get up there and just say, so here's this vase and it's, it's amber colored and blah, blah, blah. But you guys do it in such a way that people who don't just want that experience, but want to be able to understand it. Why do people feel passionate about it? Why is there so much excitement around this glass? You guys do such a great job of communicating why it's important. Why, what makes it special. It's kind of like Tooch with his love for blue glass. It's the same thing. Tooch is really good about explaining, why that blue glass really appeals to him. And it becomes something more than just another product, another item number on a show. It becomes something that you realize the importance, not to the seller, but not just to the seller, but to the person who might eventually buy it.
Right.
Right. I mean, as everybody knows, I love glass. But what I love most about glass is my mid-century glass. And I love to show it off. It's just beautiful, the vibrant colors and the shapes. And it's just beautiful. It's
Right.
just beautiful.
So, Angela, what else do you have going on your channel besides the new show tonight?
Well, Friday, of course, I have my sister sale with Uni Magic. And then Saturday, every first Saturday of the month, we're going to be on Aaron and Becky's show on Saturday evenings. So check that out. And I won't be back on, well, I have Friday on my channel, but then I won't be back again on my channel until next Thursday. And I'll have Angie's Oddities and Gina's Southern Siren Vintage. I always love having those two.
Oh my
on.
God, she's so fun. I was just telling Johnny, I caught her for the first time the other day, and oh my God, she had me just dying laughing.
Gina,
So fun, yeah. Oh my God, so funny.
she's a hoot. And if you don't get sarcasm, you're gonna be sore coming to her sale because she's very sarcastic.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday about the comment about wood. So I have to go back and watch it. I do have it marked for me to go back and watch it.
So
Jennifer
Angela,
says you have two sister cells set up for Friday, two different thumbnails.
I have one on my channel, and we are dual streaming to Uni's channel.
Okay.
So there's two thumbnails, and
And
we are streaming to Facebook as well. So you can check us out.
forgive me for asking this stupid question, but are you and Uni actually sisters?
We are not.
Okay.
We found each other right here in Johnny's chat, and we hit it off. And I was doing live sales by myself at the time. I had just started out almost 2 years ago. And she kept coming to my sale. In fact, a few of the sales, it was only her and my mother that were in the chat. So, and she said there was just something about me that she liked, and she kept coming, and we hit it off and started conversing through email and then text and then phone. And here we are, best sisters in the world. I love her so much. And we see each other every 60 to 90 days in person, and I just love her.
Okay,
Because
Jennifer
I could actually believe that you two are sisters.
We have a lot of people that say that.
The rapport that you two have is that's why I've always been like I'm always like afraid to ask what I consider to be the stupid questions. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? You're a reporter and a writer and a publisher, so it's your job to ask the questions.
and
So
the only stupid question is the one you don't ask. Jennifer says
I'll
they're
go
both on
in.
your channel, by the way.
Okay, I'll go in and look at it, Jennifer, and I'll see what.
Y'all simulcasting. One should be on her channel. One should be.
Right. So,
good morning, Terry, my soap goddess.
Good morning,
good
Terry.
morning, Terry.
Joanne says she loves Gina's sarcasm. I'll go back to that.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Some people don't know how to handle it because if you dish out sarcasm, she's going to come back tenfold, and they don't know how to handle that. So
She was on fire the other
she
night.
is. Her
Oh my
mind
God.
works just like that. So
on
God.
unis. She said on unis.
it's on you.
Oh, no, mind. She just dropped the link for unis.
Oh, okay. Thank you. But yeah, come check us out tonight. I can't wait.
And what are the times on your show tonight?
Tonight is 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific, and 5 Mountain. So
Wow.
come check us
You're getting
out.
the time zones down pat.
In
Ashley,
fact,
hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing?
if you like ephemera, I'll even have an autograph book filled out from the late 1800s.
Oh, wow.
So
Ooh, that's cool.
come check it out. Yeah. So even
Congratulations, Jeffrey.
something weird like a 1970s flasher light switch cover. I have one of those too.
Oh
Very
my.
Boy.
Very cool, brand new. So cool. But
Things we
lots
used to love back in the day, huh?
yeah,
You don't see no
right?
more.
Yeah.
I remember back then. I remember that one. Yeah, you have that tendency to bring back memories when it comes to.
Yes, and I love it. I love bringing back memories, and I will never bring anything that I don't like. It speaks to me in some way. Otherwise, I don't buy it.
Right.
So,
Does that
just
make it harder to part with it?
no, because I want to share my love with everybody. I do.
And
In fact, even though I love orange, any kind of orange glass I get, I will always send it to Karen first and ask her if she wants it before I decide if it goes in my collection. That's just me. If I know somebody else loves it, I will give them the first opportunity.
so let me ask you this: when you buy something and you determine it to be for your collection, how long do you determine that you're going to keep it before you put it up for sale, or do you ever do that?
Until I decide that I'm okay letting go of it. Because you guys will hear me all the time. I will tell you, this came out of my living room. It came out of my living room. I sell stuff out of my house all the time.
Yep. That's why I'm asking you that because I hear that a lot.
Yep. my Stephanie will say, "What are you bringing tonight?" And I'll say, "I don't know." And then I'll go walk around my house and come back with an armful. And she was like, "Where did that come from?" My living room, my bedroom, my kitchen. I have glass
It's
everywhere.
funny you're
I have,
saying that because in my living room, I have this shelf I bought when we moved here for that reason. And I have these little resin style type trinket boxes.
mhm.
And I have a whole collection of them. But every time I'm in my living room, it's like, I got to get rid of those. I'm tired of seeing that. It's got to go. I got to get something new. And by the
Yep.
time I think about it and I come downstairs, it's still sitting there. So yeah, I got to get those out of here. They're cute. It's ready for somebody else to enjoy. Just
Right.
like my
And
Mardi Gras glass, my carnival glass. It's time for
that's
somebody else to enjoy it. So I've been trying to, but for me to do that, I have to pack it and bring it down here and put it in my face to make sure I get it done.
I have all these fabric buckets with handles, and I'll just grab one and walk around, and I'll just put stuff in the bucket. But if y'all don't know, I have glass in my kitchen. I have swung vases in my dining room. I have swung vases in my living room. I literally have glass in every room of the house, including my bathrooms. I just have glass everywhere.
It's a
I keep
it's a fine line between collecting and hoarding.
For me though, I keep mine in. I When we moved here, everything was in a curio cabinet or a glass case. So when I moved here, it went right back into those glass cases. But
Yeah.
then I turned around and moved my quilting room from down here in the basement with my eBay store and brought it upstairs to one of the old formal dining rooms that we don't use and turned it into that. So I took those, emptied them out, put them in boxes, said, okay, they're going on eBay or they're getting sold or they're going in my antique booth. And that's what I've been doing is I've been processing that out so I can use that for fabric. So yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
And if I bring something 5 times and it hasn't sold, it's going to Goodwill. I'm sorry.
Well, for me, it's 3 times and it goes into my antique booth or it
Yeah.
gets listed.
I will take it down to basically what I paid for it. I'm not going to take it down any less than that because if it's going to cost me money to put bubble wrap on it and put it in a box, I might as well just take it to Goodwill.
Makes sense.
That's true.
So, yeah. But generally, it's just clothes that I take to Goodwill.
And before I became a reseller, when my father-in-law passed away, we were going through the house, and his sisters and all, they have an antique booth they deal with. But we went through, and they didn't want a lot of the Garfield stuff, and we brought it to the thrift store. And now when I first started reselling, I told Robert the same thing. I said, I now wish we wouldn't have given them, donated them all because some of that stuff was going for good money. But he
Yeah.
had a lot of those fish, talking fish.
Yeah, the
Big,
Billy
big, mouth,
Bass,
big
whatever it
mouth
was.
Billy.
Yes,
Or,
he had
yeah.
one, I think, in every room at both houses. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Didn't Tooch sell one of those not too
And
long
now we
ago?
have
He
one
did.
left in our
Yeah, Tooch
bathroom
did have
in
it on his
the
show.
house. So yeah, it was a lot, but
Hilarious.
If it's a wacky or weird toy, Tooch has got it. That's for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
But
think
again, you don't think about that sometimes. But now that we are a reseller, we're always thinking of what if. So now I'm always looking out for whatever, you know.
I think my most favorite item I have sold, believe it or not, are old handmade. And I think I brought them to Johnny's hump day. Wooden toilet paper dispensers in the shape of in the shape of toilets. They were really cool. They were really cool. They were great. They were funny. And
Yep, and
that's
that's
what I
what's
love.
good about it, though, because think about it. Back in the day, we always bought stuff like that. Even our parents bought stuff like that. Because I remember things in my dad in our house and our bathrooms, and it was like, why do you have this? That was what was the thing going on in the back. And my
The
grandmother,
crocheted dolls over the toilet paper.
my
Yes.
grandmother made one for every color of every bathroom that we ever had. You know,
Right.
You know,
and everybody
toilet
else was buying them for that reason.
toilet humor never goes out of fashion.
No,
It
Never.
doesn't.
It evolves, it changes, but it never goes out of fashion.
that's
That's
so
like
true.
Tucci's got those 3D printed uh, toilet paper holders now that are just adorable. And you're like, that's the next evolution now of the of the hand knitted cozies. Now this is the new 21st century version of doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Kate Smasher said it's hard to resell when I'm always buying, busy buying. That could be a problem.
I know.
All right, Jeffrey, have a great week. But again, it's fun because you'll see a lot of it and it's like, wow. And especially when you like garage sales or estate sales, that's when you really find the unique things. And I love
Right.
it. Yeah, I
I
love it
do love it.
because it brings back memories. My grandmother used to sit there all night long and crochet dolls for people for their bedroom, their bathroom, their toilet seat covers, you know, and in whatever color theme they wanted. And she used to make bridal dolls for the brides to be for the gift for
Yeah.
them. It was amazing. And they're coming back because I see them all the time. Everywhere we go, I see them.
Right. And young people are wanting to learn, and that's great. They're wanting to learn how to embroider and crochet and macrame and knit.
It's
One of
it's a good thing because we went through a phase there of like 10 to 15 years where all that stuff was falling out of fashion. There wasn't anybody picking up the mantle and carrying on. I mean, it's a reason, one of the reasons why Joanne's Fabrics finally had to let go. There weren't enough people that were interested any longer to be able to keep them afloat. But the current, Gen Z is really about the experience rather than the item and the tactile. And so that's why things like CDs and records and cassettes are all making a comeback too. It's about a return to that
right,
physical product or that physical sense of creation that we lost there for gosh at least a decade, which was
Okay,
kind of
right,
Jeffrey, I
scary.
want to clarify something real quick. They don't take the wrenches away, they're showing the shields now. I just recently did a video on that update, and I know you didn't watch it because I didn't see a comment, but they're still there. They're blue. They just don't have a wrench. Now it's a shield.
you
So
was
if you
busted.
don't see the wrench, that's why. Everybody's getting changed over from it being an actual wrench to being a shield. So it's not that they took it away. If they're blue, they still have it. The only way you'll know if they don't have it is if they're gray when you enter your chat.
Well,
I
I
am
wanted,
thinking that instead of reselling things, I'm going to build a huge storage unit for others when I go.
Hey, you gate smasher, you're onto something. You
Yeah,
know, there's always a need for storage.
well, I
I'm
want
right
to
about
tell
that.
people that I have an employee at work in my regular job, which I'm off today. That's why I'm here. And she, in our monthly one-on-one, she was complaining that with the state of the world, she was really stressed out. Her mind wouldn't shut off. She didn't know what to do. She wasn't sleeping. What you need to do is you need to pick up a hobby. You know, a lot of us are in the house 24/7. We don't leave a lot. And so you're constantly watching YouTube, you're watching the news, you're watching the internet, you're watching TV, you're watching all this stuff going on in the world. And sometimes it's hard for your brain to just kind of shut off.
Yep.
And I think you need to pick up a hobby, something that you can concentrate on with your hands that will occupy your mind. So she decided that knitting was something she'd like to learn. You know, she's in her 30s. It's something her grandma did. So she took up knitting. And in our one on one last week, she has never been more happy and more fulfilled
That's
because
awesome.
now she's not listening to all the stuff in the world all the time. She's not sitting there with her mind just spinning and rolling and going through everything she's heard and seen. She's working with her hands. She's doing something she enjoys. She told me about how she got on YouTube to learn, and she got into communities, and she's meeting new people.
Yep.
And it's just amazing what kind of world is out there if you just allow yourself to be in it.
You know, that's interesting you say that because for me, and this is just the way I do things. For me, in the morning, I'm usually working, getting things done, and I only listen to musical or music style videos while I'm working, so I'm not sitting there glued to, oh, I don't want to miss something. But for
Right.
me, when I'm upstairs, once I'm done with my day for my work, I'm usually in the morning or in the late in the evening. The only thing I watch TV for is the news for the weather. I know exactly when they do the weather, so I watch it for that. Or I'm watching my soap operas for the 2 3 hours just of me relaxing, unplugging from everything else. But for me, I love crocheting and I love quilting. And recently I learned how to, and I love enjoy diamond art kits.
Yeah.
Hi, 710. Good to see
That is
you.
so much fun to do and relaxing, and you unplug from everything. Now, when I go upstairs, when I say I unplug, none of the phones come with me. My phones stay downstairs. I go upstairs to bed. You need
Right.
to do that every night. You need to unplug. The fear, FOMO, is real
Yeah.
for some people, not for me.
It is real for people.
710, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. That's why I crochet. I am watching YouTube. You see, for me, I tend to be in my crafting room when I'm quilting because one, I don't want my cat playing around with the yarn while I'm trying to crochet,
Yeah.
or my dogs wanting to be in my laps while I'm crocheting. So yeah, I do it in my
Right.
room. I have to because that's the only way I can keep things from progressing. Let's see. I love wire crochet while I'm watching YouTube. I haven't learned a lot of new patterns, and you know that's pretty good too. To learn patterns. Sometimes my grandmother. One of the fun things about this, if we find something that she wanted to learn, she never used a physical pattern. We would find something and bring it to her, and she would take that pattern of what she saw and recreate it without even an actual pattern. It was
Wow.
amazing.
Well, you know me as a publisher, I always encourage people to take up writing whenever possible or journaling. Get the, even if it's just an hour a day of just complete freestyle journaling, don't worry about it looking good. Just get stream of consciousness, write it as it comes into your brain. It's a great way first thing in the morning to, just be able to sort of get yourself situated for the day, get whatever stuff's bouncing around in there out so that you've got a fresh start to each morning.
Ashley says, I wish I had the discipline to do that. I've been reading the same book for a year because I'm always picking up this silly phone.
So Ashley, what I recommend is start reading on your phone.
Yeah.
So if you're not relying on a separate device for that, and you find that you're reading on your phone, you'll find that when you're standing in line at the grocery store, standing in line at the bank, you will always have your book on you, and you can take those little bite-sized moments to go ahead and read. And that's one of the reasons why ebooks have become as popular as they have, because it gives that opportunity for you to be able to read no matter where you are, even if it's just for a couple minutes. I'd also look at doing short stories and short story anthologies where you can gobble up a short story in a very short period of time. You'll have that great sensation of having started and finished something, and that's your little dopamine hit there for being able to read and feel accomplished at the same time.
And the books when I read on my tablet is the only one I use for reading on my tablet. and that I bring with me everywhere I go, especially if I know I'm going to be waiting somewhere for something. So
I'm old school. I gotta have the book in my hand.
yeah. Then he says, "I
I,
am
I
avoiding
Hi,
pot
Mother.
I wish
and
I could, but with my vision,
heavy."
as my vision drops year after year, I either have to go to large print books or I've got to go to I've got to read electronically. Although we're working right now on converting our entire catalog into large print, so to be able to make it available for those people who do still want to have that great sensation of reading, from a tangible item in their hands.
Miss Denise is the same way. She'd rather have a paperback or a
Yeah.
book hardcover.
My husband would make fun of me so bad because he would get up for work because I'm one that if I get into a book, I can't put it down. So he would get up to go to work at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'd still be reading, but I'd be with my glasses on and then I'd have my readers on top of my glasses so I could read the book. And I've been sitting there for 8 hours doing this,
Wow.
but I get into it. I can't put it down. I can't.
Robert's like that too. He does that, but he also does podcasts too, where he can sit there and listen to
Yeah.
podcasts, and at the same time he's listening to podcasts, he's doing something else. I don't know
Good
how he
Yeah.
does
morning,
it.
Mona.
I will do that while I'm working. I'll turn on like a true crime podcast in the background and I'll just listen to that while I'm working.
Right. And I just can't do both. Hello, Mona. Good morning. Hello and welcome.
Luna.
Ms. Denise says, I have a book in the bathroom, bedroom, and living room. And you go through some books.
I used to be that same way. I used to have a different book for a different time period, and before the advent of ebooks, I was a nightmare to fly with because I would have a backpack that was full of like 6 paperbacks, 7 paperbacks, because I'd always be terrified I'd be trapped at 30,000 feet with a book I hated and then have nothing else to read.
Yes, indeed. All right. So real quick, before we go ahead and end the show, we're going to go recap of what y'all have going on either today or this week. And we'll start with Angela. Go ahead and promote what you have going on this week.
I
today.
have tonight on Aaron Proctor, the ephemera guy, Bro Chat. His channel, we're doing our new show, Imagine the Memories with Aaron, me, and Uni Magic. That is at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, and 4 Pacific. And then on Friday night on my channel at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific. I have my sister sale with Uni Magic. And then again on Aaron Proctor's channel on Saturday evening at 6 Eastern, 5 Central, 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific. We have Aaron and Becky's show on Saturday evening. So come check us out.
And also, John has something special going on. Jay has something special going on tonight. What is it, Jay?
We've got our live show, Misty Media Live, myself and Linda K. Hardy, talking about those irritating things that bother authors and publishers and how to get around them. Our show is at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and all those times in between.
I was waiting to see if he was going to go to each time zone.
I'm not as good as Angela, no.
If you haven't checked out their talk show, it's great. It's awesome. I enjoy it.
Also, don't forget today, starting at 12:30, we do have the rapid fire round showcasing of members of this channel. Everyone is on the panel is a member of the channel, and it's open to anyone. And that starts at 12:30. I do my intro and all the rules, and then everybody starts coming in at 12:45 as the first reseller, and then every 30 minutes thereafter. Also, tomorrow is the Hump Day auction. Also, on the last Saturday of each month, we do the Reseller Community Shop Hop Train Sale. And for April, I am booked for March. It's already done. And April, I only have 2 spots left. So if you would like to be on that one, make sure you're emailing me for that. And if you would like to be part of the Hump Day auction, make sure you email me because I only have 1 date left, and that's July the 29th before we go into August. And then, of course, for the Reseller Rapid Fire Round, I am booked till June. I do have some spots left in June. So if you're interested, let me know. I'm in. Jennifer, you're permanent until further notice. There's some of y'all have a permanent
better late
spot
than never, girl.
So Jennifer, you are a permanent spot for now until further notice, until you tell me you don't want to do it. Stephanie, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you right here. Yep. So you are in April. I have you permanent until further notice, unless you tell me otherwise. There's a few people that I have that are until they tell me they want to stop or they need a break or whatever, or they can't do it for that month. Then I'll just spin somebody else. But yep, you're there. So as I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another. Till we meet into another chat, have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. And y'all come back now. You hear? And if you want to come on after the show's over, that link is at the top of the chat. And we'll see you after the show.
Have a
I'll
great
come
day.
back now. You hear? Thank y'all so much.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. See the special man.